Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about... Well, I'm gonna say retarded, but this fits on the hypocrisy level, but still very retarded nonetheless. So, either way, from Fox News, MLB requires photo ID to pick up tickets from will call, but boycotts Georgia for voter ID law. South Carolina Republican Representative Nancy Mace called the league out on Twitter. You forgot the R. Either way, it's quite fascinating how things are going with these people. They like to virtual signal, but you just look at them just a tiny little bit and you start seeing the hypocrisy bursting out of their seams. Like that. It's like someone with diarrhea. Well, take for instance, you consumed a very bad hot dog while you're watching some baseball game somewhere in a stadium somewhere. And it didn't quite settle down with your belly, and it started to brew up. And it grew, and it grew, and it fermented pretty fast during a very hot period under the sun, and your balls will say, oh, nope, can't do this. Yeah, it's gonna come out. And then you feel very bloated and needed to take a massive shit. And then suddenly someone does this in your belly, and it presses it, and then suddenly shit flies everywhere. That's pretty much exactly what is happening. The hypocrisy! Major League Baseball responded to calls to boycott the state of Georgia over a controversial new voter ID law by moving the All-Star game out of the Peach State. But teams still require fans to show photo ID to pick up their tickets from the will call booth. South Carolina Republican Representative Nancy Mace called the league out on Twitter. Hey, at MLB, this you? She wrote along with a screenshot of the will call policy at MLB.com. The league did not respond to multiple requests for an explanation of its photo ID policy for ticket retrieval. Proponents of the move to abandon Atlanta's truest park for this year's All-Star game have argued that Georgia's new GOP-backed election integrity law is a form of voter suppression and is racist. President Biden even called it a Jim Crow in the 21st century. Look, you can't. No. You can't use voter ID laws because it makes my job of fortifying the election a bit harder. You can't do it. Georgia's new law comes after Democrats swept both Senate races in runoff votes and President Biden edged out former President Trump on Election Day. The Georgia election reform bill expands the number of early voting days, allow the observation of ballots, counting, prohibit ballot harvesting, and continues to allow voters to cast absentee ballots without an excuse, but requires proof of identification among other measures. I don't see how this is Sorry. Once again, my breathing system is a diversity higher. And that means that I have to face the problems of diversity higher. My breathing system decides to bye-bye. And it quits on me. Either way, let's move on. It's fascinating, really. They actually have racism of low expectations. They actually expect black people or other people, any other race, to be unable to get a voter ID or a photo ID or any ID at all. Are these people absolutely so goddamn fucking insane that the only hope for them is to, well, fortify elections by probably doing racism of low expectations? Because even the fucking filthy shithole I live in, they require voter IDs. Yes, and even an ID, and your normal ID card that you use to identify yourself every time you go out. Yes. You even have to move your addresses, you need to update your ID, many other things for you to be able to vote. Why is it that so damn difficult to do in America? Why is it so bad? Yes, even the minorities, even the shithole I live in, which turns out to be quite the majority, but still, they have no problems whatsoever with it. Why a rich country, a country so advanced that makes my dick completely stiffy and makes me absolutely love it? You can see it here. Look at the flag. It's a made in America. Yes, I absolutely love America. But how come a country like that, so beautiful, the minorities are so damn struggling, so damn victimized that they cannot even get a photo ID, in which they still require to buy multiple things, like for instance alcohol, go on a plane ride, or even go on and watch a baseball game. Are they so damn prejudiced, suffering so much persecution, so much that they can't get an ID to even go and buy groceries at the store? And look at this! From Delta, the actual company who's trying to, boycott Georgia. Well, they went woke and now they are suffering the penalties of, let me put it this way, the penalties of doing something very, very woke, and now they're getting their taxes. Look at this. In the United States, you need a valid US government issue photo ID or passport from a country of origin to travel through security. And most show the name boarding pass matches the legal name of your expired government issue ID. And this is also to buy a ticket as well. Why? So that means Delta, you're also racist. Fascinating, isn't it? Fascinating how the hypocrisy bursts out. Let's go back. The former president, where was I? The joint election reform bill, voting early days. They also give the state election board more authority over counties. Another feature with the block anyone from home the out food drink to people waiting in line to vote. Yes, this is good because this is a way of paying people tribute for voting to the candidate you told them to vote to. This is bad. This is even illegal where I live. The move garnered national attention with praise from the left and criticism from the right. What? Former President Donald Trump called for a boycott of the national pastime and other woke corporations, while former President Barack Obama praised it as a way to honor the Atlanta Braves' most famous Hall of Famer. It's no better way for America pastime to honor the great Hank Aaron. Who always led by example. Obama tweeted Saturday. Governor Brian Kemp wrote on Fox News op-ed Wednesday the Democrats have falsely characterized the bill he signed. These reforms have nothing to do with voter suppression or Jim Crow. Well, Democrats are all about projections and mischaracterizing something because they have no argument, so they need to grasp the straws to have an argument to fight or use against you. They're kind of like the diarrhea coming out. Anyway, the Election Integrity Act makes it easy to vote by expanding access to the polls and harder to cheat by ensuring security of the ballot box. You even require a goddamn vote, a photo ID or things like that to subscribe to actually get access to CNN. That's how bad and retarded the Democrats are, and people like CNN defending things like the attack or the MLB leaving. It's retarded! Anyway, thank you for... No. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you like the content that you see here on this channel, stay right here on Fuck You YouTube with a big, large fuck you. YouTube.com/DrJester, but still fuck you YouTube. Or head to BitChute.com/DrJester or Minds.com/DrJester for the spicy content. Spicy and sometimes quite exclusive content. You're gonna love it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a very good night. And please bring toilet paper because diarrhea is coming up. And these people are definitely 100% unaware of it. Have a good night.